let's talk mentorship. Mentorship is so important, and today I want to talk about why you should be careful about what type of mentors you get. And don't get me wrong, I'm not here to beg on getting a mentor. I actually think you really need a mentor, especially if you are starting your own business. I actually think we could have a whole video on why mentorship is important, but today I really just want to hone in on finding a limit within mentorship, having boundaries, and how to kind of pick the right mentors that align with you. So number one is everybody and their mother and their grandma and their auntie is an expert nowadays. So there's gonna be a bunch of people out there telling you what to do who are ahead of you. And while you do wanna listen to them, at the same time, understand that everybody's talking to you from their lived experiences and their perspectives. So just because something didn't work out for your mentor, that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to do the same thing. I find that recently growing my business, I have been doing a lot of courses. I'm just watching so many YouTube videos, reading so many books. And while there are a few underlying things that are the same, there are so many things that are so different and contradicting that people say. It took me a while to realize that yes, maybe this one thing worked for person A, but it didn't work for person B. That's why they did it a different way. So now I kind of have to take that and figure out for myself what's gonna work best for me. People are also gonna tell you to do a billion things at once, which is quite overwhelming. So in the beginning, people are like, all right, well, you gotta build an email list, you gotta have a newsletter, you gotta post on social media every day, make your website, do a photo shoot, all these things that you need to do to start your business, which are, yes, very important, but I think you need to pick one thing at a time, especially if you're doing it alone. So maybe that's creating a brand new portfolio. That's your goal, is to create a brand new portfolio now. Focus in on that one goal for 1 to 2 months and just create art for your portfolio. Don't focus on anything else. And I know it's hard when you want to grow really fast and you have all these big goals, but if you're spreading yourself too thin because everyone's telling you to do so many different things, you're never gonna get better at that one thing. And this is something that I'm struggling with a lot right now. I'm posting on social media, I'm trying to make a new collection. This is one of those things where I need to like swallow my own advice. In saying this, I also think that it's kind of hard to find a mentor at first. Me personally, I actually don't even have a mentor right now, but something that's been helping me a lot is that I've been listening to a lot of podcasts and reading a lot of business books. So right now I'm reading How to Win Friends and Influence People, and it's helping me be a more personable business person in the business perspective of things. But I'm also listening to a lot of art podcasts and creativity podcasts. So while I don't have one mentor right now telling me what to do, I'm kind of taking a little bit from everywhere and applying it. But I'm being very cognizant not to overdo it and do everything that everyone's telling me, really picking and choosing, you know? Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is picking the right mentor. Like I said earlier, everyone and their grandma nowadays is a mentor. Not only that, people are gonna try to sell you things, and I personally don't think a mentor is someone whose time you necessarily have to pay for. I think a mentor is someone who genuinely wants to see you grow and do better, and so I've yet to connect with someone to that point where we've connected so well that they wanna see me grow and they just wanna help me without money being involved. I was at a market and I actually came across this girl, really beautiful human being, great person, and she was telling me about her life and how she has a mentor. And of course, I was like, wow, you are such a cool person. If you have a mentor, who is like, connect me with your mentor, because if you like them, I'll probably like them because you're so cool. You know what I mean? I had a call with her after this event, and we talked a little bit and we met in person. So I met with her and her coach, and they're great business people. I took a lot from them, but I did realize that the type of mentorship that I would be getting from them would be more focused on e-com and less focused on having a creative entrepreneurship business, which yes, I could have got that amazing business advice that could have been transferable to my business, but I really think that your time is the most valuable thing you can offer, and why settle when there's probably someone out there better who is more aligned with what you want, really? Girl, I know you wouldn't settle on a relationship, so don't settle on your mentor. Find somebody who is actually gonna align with you and who has your best interests in heart and knows exactly what it is that you're doing so they can help you according to your industry. I think perhaps in the past, maybe I would have been gung-ho and all excited to been part of this, while I do think it is a good opportunity, I am more aware now of choosing things that are actually more aligned with me. And I just really want to emphasize that, is choose things that are aligned with you. Don't just choose things because it may be a good opportunity. Really ask yourself, is this opportunity aligned with me and what I want to do and where I want to be in 5 years? Does this person have the same goals and visions as me? Have they achieved the same thing that I'm trying to achieve? I really think that's what makes a good mentor. The person who's literally paved the path that you are trying to be on. They've achieved what you want to achieve. Another thing is, like, if you don't want to read books, you don't want to listen to podcasts, you don't have a mentor, just do. I really think the biggest learning in life is literally learning from doing, learning from trial and error, and learning from putting yourself out there. I have been in a position where I've become so obsessed with consuming, whether that's consuming TikTok, consuming on Instagram, or even just consuming podcasts. Like, I went through a phase where I would just be listening to podcast after podcast after podcast, and I spent very little time actually creating. It's like I'm soaking in all this information, but I'm not doing anything with that. As important as it is to learn from other people, it is also so important to learn from yourself just by trial and error and doing the thing, putting yourself out there and learning from your mistakes. You're gonna make mistakes. If you don't make mistakes, you're not gonna learn, right? That's life and that's how it goes. So even now, you're listening to me talk, about mentorship, I'm sharing my perspective, but I'm even gonna say, take everything that I'm saying with a grain of salt, right? I also wanna encourage you, after watching this video, go create. Like, go actually do the thing. Don't just listen to content all day. Don't go click on another YouTube video, even if it's mine. Go make something, go actually make the art. Whatever it is that you wanna do and that you're trying to find a mentor for, just try it and go create, and don't get so sucked into consuming all the time, all right? So that is it for today. If you couldn't tell, my voice is a little stuffy right now. I'm a little sick, hence why I'm sitting on my bed and why I'm wearing my sweater. I wanted to be cozy. So thank you all for bearing with me and my stuffiness as I'm recovering from this cold. And remember that I'll be back with another video on Monday. Peace.